Are we back? I really hope you didn't have to listen to Earth, Wind, and Fire and the Alvin and Chipmunk. There we go. That's what I thought. Well, little Zeus does not want to dance today, apparently, but he is always down for a good cuddle. As you can see, there he is, all snuggled up back here. Zeusy! Zeusy! What are you doing? What are you doing, Zeus? Zeusy! Who's there? Who's there? You don't want to be on camera today? You don't want to be on camera today? You don't want to be on camera today, Susie? Where's your little Susie? You don't want to get on camera? You don't want to get on camera, do you? No, you don't. So you're hiding behind me. He's so cute. I know, he definitely looks not interested. Well, good evening, everybody. Good evening, Not Max Group. It is good to see you guys. I've had a wonderful, great day again of complete craziness. Lots of busyness. I'm a busy man with a lot of busy things to do. Got a lot of goddamn busy things to do, don't I, Zeus? So, anyway, good to see you guys, as always. Tonight's show is going to be, it's going to be straight to the point, guys. I got to get to work after this at the club. I got a long bunch of shit that I want to get done before I head off to the club, too. So I got some homework I want to finish up. So I can keep drilling it in my brain while it's a little fresh. He's not been eating turds. He's fine. Put Beverly Hills Chihuahua on for Zeus. He's fine. So anyway, I'll jump straight to the point. I was hoping we'd have more people here tonight, so that way I could go ahead and be able to, announce this to the whole crowd. But Nick will no longer be on cam with us. Which brings me to a very big point that I should probably go ahead and start talking about that needs to get confronted on. And it's not, it's not a bad thing at all. I'm not angry with anybody. It's an unfortunate situation. Yeah, Nick will not be here. I don't know if he tweeted or not. I haven't been able to check Twitter. What's up, JJ? Good to see you, buddy. Bear Dad. Obviously, it's very good to see you guys. Howdy, I don't mean to sound host-masterish. It's just I want to make sure you guys have an explanation before Nick gets on with you guys and says his goodbyes. And I decided to go ahead and to take it upon myself. He'll explain why he's leaving. I told him to just be honest. That's what I want here is complete honesty back and forth. So right off the bat, I want to say thank you guys. You guys are what is supporting this right now. You guys are the people that are putting it together. I want you guys to be the ones who, when this is big and huge, you're not the ones who are forgotten about. You're the ones who are all part of it. Hence why I want to do things like the Hall of Fame page. Hence why I want to do things like you guys, contribute stuff. Matilda's helping with the logo. I want you guys to be a part of this. That being said, I've realized what this is kind of is at the moment, and it's for some people I think it's a substitute for what the pad was. And Nick brought up some points last night that I could see and feel his frustration with, and 36,000. There's no 36,000 you sent me, JJ. Anyway, so send it all to Mike. Ashton, I'm gonna say this. Nick won't be doing any kind of shows or anything. So let me go ahead and just finish this thought up and throw this at you guys. So the whole point of this was to not only get away from the pad, and be able to take you guys with me so we could keep that connection, but to also kind of let go of what it was all about. So that being said, this is what's frustrating Nick. Is the amount of sexual jokes. I used to think that I was the only person that that took the gay show your whole jokes, all the funny gay sexual jokes, any sexual jokes in general, not even if they're gay or straight. I used to just take them and just try to ignore them and stuff because it'd always be thrown. Nick doesn't want to deal with that stuff anymore. That's the thing, and you know what? I'm on the same boat with him when it comes to that. It's just it gets really redundant when a lot of the same people are saying the same thing over and over again, and maybe you're trying to have a serious conversation, or maybe you come in a great mood and then it just turns into this huge, I was trying to come up with theories last night as to, why do members, when if we're like having serious talks or something, why do they do that? And first thing I'm like, well, they're probably bored. I'm like, they're probably bored with the show, and that makes complete sense. So you add in something that adds humor for you. Um, it's not that it's not that we're not gay. That's not it at all. It's got nothing to do with the gay. I really realized this last night. It's got nothing to do with that. It's nothing to do with people's sexual orientation. It's the constant. It's a constant show your hole. It's a constant, where's your dick? It's a constant, why isn't your shirt off? It's a constant, and I know you're just poking fun at it and such. And I'm not at all, I'm not sitting here saying you guys are pieces of shit or anything like that. It does eventually. It's like, fuck, okay. Like, it just tires down. It's hard to deal with. I spoke with a couple members too as well, and asked them on their perspective of this, because I didn't want just, my perspective and not just Nick's perspective. I wanted to see, what did some of the members think as well. And the members who I spoke with felt kind of the same way. Like, it gets a good word that was used was sophomoric and redundant, and it's like it's not funny anymore. And Nick's biggest concern was he doesn't want to carry this out into his real life. He got a little nervous because he knows that I'm moving fast with this site. Very fast. I'm working on videos right now. I'm planning on taking this. I got the Facebook page up and such. It's just a matter of time before I film a video. I'll start posting videos. It may not happen right away. It may not happen for months down the road. But I'll start posting videos, and before you know it, one will catch on. It's a numbers game, and it's a determination factor. And if there's anything I'm good at, it's numbers and being determined about stuff. So that being said, it was probably a combination of him having a long day. I don't think I'm going to be honest, as a friend basis, I don't think Nick's happy with his job. I don't think he's happy with stuff that he's doing right now. I can see where he's coming from, and then he probably logs in and gets spammed all this stuff, and it's just like, biggest thing he's afraid of too is our friends logging in here, and everybody's just constantly, it's all this homosexual talk, or sexual talk in general, not even homosexual. I'm really trying to emphasize that it's got nothing to do with gay or straight. It's the fact that it's just constant. It's like, it's just a joke of a place, it seems like. And I want you guys to feel like you can come there, come here and be like that. I try to explain to Nick that, that's eventually gonna get weeded out. Essentially, at some point, your guys' conversations and the way that you guys talk is, what's that? It's loud. Eventually, the way you guys talk and everything is going to be weeded out. It's going to be weeded out by the whole new group of people who come in. It will. It's bound to happen. That's no excuse, Howdy. That's no reason to always, The thing is I have gay friends outside of this, of being with you guys. I consider you guys actually a lot of my good friends, especially Campa. Campa's helped me, with this. I've considered everybody that's in here, I've considered a very good friend. Some who I may not have been as close of friends with back at the pad, but now, developing more of a friendship. I really look at you guys like that. So that's why I'm having this conversation. This isn't a conversation of, quit being like this or anything like that. It's a true, real conversation. I want you guys to know where we're coming from and the frustrations that we're trying to get rid of that place. That place for me is just, I'm done. I'm over it. I felt it even while I was at the pad. I remember trying to have, I was truly interested in stuff that I was, learning about. And I was trying to find the few select members who would discuss it with me. And quite often it was just overwhelmed with, just like everything was like a sexual joke. Everything was, string theory. Oh, I'll string your theory or something. I guess just like, it just gets to the point, the thing is that each individual probably thinks, I just say it like once or twice. But when each individual says it once or twice and you have 20 people spouting it at you, it's just consistent and it wears down and it's hard to do. There's a difference between being an entertainer on film and then an entertainer who's trying to interact with people. This is the reason why I'm starting to click in my head why there's no entertainers out there who really do a lot of interaction. You maybe have talk shows and, you have people that are up in front of a crowd. But if you watch, it's just them. It's not really the crowd included or anything like that. And the key thing that makes that difficult here is the fact that we don't just turn from entertainers. We're now trying to converse with the chat room. And it's a lot of people at once to try to talk to. Hey Q, it's good to see you, buddy. Nick should just own it. He's the one who said Spencer should own it. Now you see, Howdy, I'm coming from Nick's perspective as well. That's the reason why we made this. You know, it's to to get away from that shit. You know, I will own it when I have to face the world and I have to tell, yeah, like I did that stuff. Yeah, so what? I will own that. That's fine. But if it gets to this point where every day is a log on and it's like that, it just makes it not fun for anybody. It's like this. It's like the members who you guys specifically, I know some of you specifically get annoyed when certain members log in and they hog all the attention for themselves by doing something that they know is going to attract the model's attention. Okay? I know that Herm was a good example of that. I know Brennan was a good example. I'm not talking bad about them. I like them both. But they try to monopolize the thing. And the thing is that everybody who's doing that stuff is doing it kind of they're doing the same thing. I'm not even finished yet, Bob. So, you know, just basically, Howdy, what you're saying right there is that, well, we should just own it. We do own it, okay? We damn right we fucking own it. You know, we do it every fucking day. We own it. But we don't need to get on here and have it always be, you know, this constant. It sometimes does. Even for me, it ruins my mood. I remember I logged in yesterday and the first thing I saw was just like a flood of sexual jokes, and it's just like, oh, okay, like, you know, and me, I have long fucking days. I'm at school all day. I'm tutoring a bunch of kids all fucking day who can't get stuff that to me is like, why can't you get this? So, you know, my patience is already worn very thin. You know, and then granted, on top of that, I'm programming for work. And then on top of that, I'm working as head of security. I have to babysit people. Well, I have to babysit drunk people and other people that are babysitting drunk people. You know, my patience wears thin. And doing the pad for 4 years was a great experience, but at the same time, it wore down on me. There was a reason why my shows weren't so, you know, crazy fun at the end, because I outgrew that stuff, and I was kind of like, okay, I'm done with these, you know, done with these freshman style jokes. I just got tired of them, and so I started shifting more towards a how do I put it? Towards a different kind of thought process. I found other things interesting, and the thing is, you know, and this just might be it. This is another conclusion I came to last night. The thing is that it might just be that this is that time where people grow apart. Now I don't want to say that for sure, but if you're hearing this conversation right now and you're thinking to yourself, well, fuck you, man, like, you know, whatever, then this might be that time, you know, and if that's how you feel, I completely respect that, and that's not at all. I don't take that like an offensive way or anything. That happens. If you're coming over here and you're agreeing with me, great. You know, I love that. It's fantastic. I'm not interested in being sexual when it comes to that anymore. It's like when one thing turns into a sexual joke, everybody does it, and it's so. All right, you know. I don't know. It becomes very, 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 very difficult to do. So, I agree, Howdy. I think the majority of my fans just enjoy talking to me as well. I really wanted to give you guys, though, that perspective on Nick's side. I really wanted to. Bitch was seeing the X last night. Yeah. Listen, Nick's issues are Nick's issues. It's got nothing to do with that. But just when he brought that up to me about how he felt when he walked into the chat room and everybody just started talking, I just was kind of like, shit, okay, like I didn't argue with him. He tried to tell me this. He tried to tell me that, you know, I mean, he thinks that the chat is gonna scare away any new people that come in, you know. And I'm like, that's not gonna happen. First of all, these people are just gonna be entertained by the fact that there's some guy on camera, and here is all these, you know, ridiculously mouthed, you know, guys sitting in a chat room and girls just shouting random shit. You know, it's going to be interesting. People are going to want to watch, and then eventually people join in, and that stuff just kind of filters out. And you have new people that join in too, and they're going to say it. So, you know, I was trying to give them the bright side of that shit. You know, I'm trying to give them that. Nick's more of he probably will call himself a realist. I think Nick is definitely more of a pessimist, and he's like, well, no, it's just not gonna happen. So he doesn't want to. He just didn't want to be part of it anymore. And I respect that decision completely. I had a talk with him, and he felt more bad because he was like, hey, I'm not able to support you. I love what you're doing, and I think it's great. I wish I could support you. It's just I'm not ready to be in the spotlight. Those were his exact words. So as soon as you start saying, I knew you're no longer an object, but a virtual friend. Thank you, Bob. Thank you. So that's the point I'm trying to get at. So I just wanted to inform you guys, what's up. I do plan on, I think I'm going to have to, honestly, I think I'm going to have to carry the site for a while. I don't foresee us bringing in a lot of new faces because I don't want this to be Frat Pad Part 2. I don't want this to be where you left the pad just to follow me for what you wanted at the pad. If you want what the pad offers, go back to the pad. If you want something different, heading in a different direction that turns more into entertainment, come over here. There's going to be a lot of bumpy rides or a lot of bumpy obstacles. It's going to be a great ride. If you're here from the beginning, I truly believe you're going to witness something, be part of something that's going to be really cool to see and to be part of. So that should about wrap it up. I just want to give you guys a heads up. Give it to you straightforward. I'm not here to sugarcoat shit. I'm not going to be the quote-unquote hostmaster, Howdy, that I'm referring to Howdy when I said that. The quote-unquote hostmaster who's going to feed you bullshit. I'm going to ask you guys your opinion. I'm going to give you a bit of what I want my vision to be with this, and at the same time, I want you guys to be part of it. That's it. That's basically it. So maybe we don't understand your vision. That's fine, Howdy. There's not a specific vision with it, like I said. I just don't want to relate it to sexual pad and a bunch of... It's frustrating to walk into a room and just have, a chat room of, 15, 20 people just all shouting random, silly little jokes. It's just like, okay. It gets redundant, It's like if I'm on cam too much, I almost run out of shit to do. Which brings me to my next thing. Next week, I'm going to start dramatically lowering my cam time. I'm thinking anywhere, I was going to say 1 to 2 shows a week. I think I'm going to maybe make it 3. But I realized that when I do too many shows in a week, my energy to do much more is just down. It is down, down, down. Because I'm overloaded. I'm simply overloaded. From what we try to do behind the scenes with Not Max from what we do behind the scenes, and then to school and to work and then my other programming job. So 5 shows a week, I can't physically afford that. When I say physically afford, I mean I can't handle it. I can't. I just cannot do it. So, yeah. I see that we lost some people throughout this conversation. Totally understandable. If Squint, if you're really hurt, I'm sorry that you feel that way. Nothing I said was meant to be hurtful, and I would only ask that you try to turn the tables and look at from my perspective, and you would not be hurt anymore. You would see a friend asking another friend, to like, hey, like, we're done with that. Like, for instance, me and Campa's relationship, when we talk, it's very funny. Like, you would never guess that we were ever, how do I put it? That he was a member of the frat pad and I was a model that he got on the saw or anything. You would never guess that between our conversations. And I talk of Campa to other people here in my life as if though he's a good friend, he's a good person to learn from. That's really what it's turned into. So I'm really trying to just let you guys know I'd like more of that to be with you guys. And some of you guys I feel that really well with. I really do. You need topics for your shows. Just throwing that out there so it doesn't always fall back on pad drama. Liz, I'm not even talking about the pad. And like I said, if I got to plan shows, then I'm going to reduce down to once or twice a week. I don't know. Plan shows. I was never a big fan of planned shows because I felt like they would never go with what they were. So that's why. I just don't want to steer towards that. Which Nick had offered. He's going to, Kevin. Kevin, no, Kevin. He's going to. Listen, Kevin. This is, see, now this was the point. I didn't want this to come off like Nick's not giving this. Nick is coming on Friday to explain himself, guys. He is, and he's gonna give you guys the same exact thing. I'm essentially just giving you this perspective now because I'd like it too to kind of calm down a little bit. Um, so he'll be back on. I tell you, not theatrical shows, just topics. Yeah, no top. Maybe yeah, maybe that could be something. Usually I get on and I do have something to always talk about or something to say, but then all of a sudden something gets distracted because I look at the chat. That's the problem, and then it just turns into this sort of like the sequester. Damn, listen. I meant he didn't communicate this before he quit. No, okay, yeah, you guys, he didn't communicate it because, and I understand his perspective. You got to remember, most people are trained to not want to confront. Most people don't wanna come off like he has this thing that is just true, honest feeling. But most people don't realize that you can communicate those feelings and it won't come out offensive. If explained in a true, honest, forthcoming way. And Nick's what, my age? I'm a couple years ahead when it comes to stuff like that. I'm very communicative. He didn't know how to handle it. For him, it's like, oh, I'm just not ready for this, and I understand that. And he's got other things to deal with too and such. So please don't hold that against him to think that he should have had this talk with you guys or something. So this is news like, yeah, the topic could be JJ, exactly. I think we all should just take a step back, listen to Nick's explanation. There's a chance that folks may pounce on him and giving him the chance to hear him out. I would hope that everybody that's in this chat would have the maturity to not do that, to listen to him, and I do hope that everybody, if you're watching this or if you're listening to this, please, and Nick is a very sensitive guy. That's a good point, Brad. Please go to a show and hear him out. You know, the way he explained it to me, it sounds like, oh, poor guy. Like, I totally feel you. And I always just kind of thought it was just me who like felt like that. And what I just did best was just ignored it and tried to, I tried to brute through it. But in all reality, I thought about it after Nick told me that last night, and it made perfect sense. It's like, why not just talk to them? Why sit here and put up with it? And it'd be the same way for you guys. If I was saying something or doing something that was truly, taking you guys down, I mean, half of you probably just wouldn't show up. But nonetheless, I would hope that you would bring it up to me, not just as a business because I want to be, professional and take care of you, but as a friend who wants to be a better person for you. It goes all the way back to, to all sorts of different things. For instance, you guys know the F word, not the fuck word, not the fart word, not the fat word. It's spelled like fat, but with a different letter. I used to say that word all the time, and it never meant anything derogatory towards gay people or towards anybody specific. It was almost like a substitute for the word douchebag, which douchebag is really something you clean a vagina with. But nonetheless, you get what I'm saying. When I came to the pad, I realized the power of that word to certain members here in the chat. I did not know better. I literally did not know. I was ignorant to it. I was ignorant to the pain that it caused. I immediately recognized that, and I worked to stop that. I have not said that word in years. So that's just a good, I feel, example. Just straightforward communication. If I'm doing something wrong, tell me. If I feel like it's getting overwhelming with you guys, I'll tell you. And I think I clicked with me last time. I was like, why do we got to sit here and try to sneak around things? These guys, are basically my friends. I should just be able to say this stuff. And that's what people like. People really, there's something to be said about true honesty. It's very rare. People think that there's true honesty in a lot of different places, but it's actually very rare. Nobody at the pad would have probably had this conversation with you guys. So, it clicked to me. I was like, this has got to go back to exactly everything I ever planned on it being in the first place, which is just straightforward me, straightforward honesty, telling you guys how I feel, telling you guys what's going on, so. Yeah, exactly, Bob. I don't want to bullshit you guys, and I don't want you guys to, I was gonna say I don't want you guys to bullshit me, but in a way, me asking you to stop being like that would maybe be asking to stop, being like that yourself, being yourself. But you know, I doubt that that's really you guys, because I guarantee you, if you guys step out into the world out there, it's a whole different thing for you. You don't make these jokes with people. And I guess I'm just asking, um, I don't mind cracking a joke. I guess just not the redundant jokes. The ones that just keep coming and coming, it's just, this ain't no party, this ain't no disco, this is real life. Anyway, Matota, you just missed a shit ton of good dish. So, the same token, I hope you understand that we are coming from the pad. Exactly, Kevin. And you bring a very good point, and I totally forgot to bring this up. Let me go ahead and read this. Coming from the pad, which is a sexual environment, and when you guys laugh at us, I feel like it's okay to keep going with that kind of conversation. I kind of feel like I should apologize if I was part of this whole thing. Listen, I'm not asking for any specific apologies, okay? I don't care for an apology, because it's not necessary. My feelings weren't hurt. You guys just, maybe some days my feelings were a little bit hurt, but that's because I just felt like I wasn't being taken serious. But more or less, I just wanted to point out the problem. I had this talk last night, and I was thinking to myself, and I was like, you know what? They don't know. They don't know. Look what they're coming from. And I was like, it's really nobody's fault. I just wanted to make you guys aware of it now, and then we take care of it and we move on. Because honestly, I want this to turn something I want this to turn something more. The pad is so limited. I really feel like that, and I want this to be something more. And in order for it to be more, it needs to be able to attract an audience that's more than just based on sex. And I don't know. Don't get me wrong. Like, we can have sexual stuff on here. Like, I can go out and do a video shoot shirtless or something. Like, we can do stuff like that. I'm not saying that we gotta be prudes and we all gotta be a bunch of everybody be on your best behavior today. Like, it's not gonna be like that. It's gonna be real. I just don't want it to be so flooded. Liz, maybe you bring up a good point there, where I need to have topics. Like, right now, we're having a very serious conversation. The other day, Campa pointed out that we had a religious conversation that was actually really good banter back and forth. I liked it. So, this is the real world, not this. Is good God. So, anyway, no, I know, Bear Dad, and I know you guys don't want to hurt, and I know you guys aren't here to try and insult or to bring me down or anything like that. I know you guys aren't trying to do that. So it's not like I'm mad at you guys. Like, thanks a lot. Nick will take his break, and when he wants to come back, I'm gonna wait until I feel it's the right time for people to get back on cam, or for Nick to get back on cam. And if those two times happen to line up, he will be back on cam. Definitely. You feel cheated, Squint. Pretty sure, honestly, it's always been something. Well, thank you, Johnny. Spicy shirtless. Ooh. Man, with all the fucking weight I've been losing lately, I could pretty much take off my shirt. All you can see is skin and bones. Gross. So, anyway, has good ideas. Hey, guys, if you guys ever come up with good ideas for videos, send them to me. Send them to that feedback form. Send it. Don't, Vet, you've been giving me a shit ton of videos. It's hard to keep up with Vet's videos. If you come up with something a little more on the unique side of things, please send it to me or something for a video idea. And you can damn well bet if it seems like something worth doing, I'm gonna go ahead and do it. Yeah, girl get a cheeseburger. I know, right? Like this, I am like just turning into nothing over here. I'm like Howdy. I'm like the opposite of Howdy. Like, if you were to actually go ahead and spell my name, it should be Idao. Idao. There you go. Or Howdy. Idwa. There we go. I'm the Idwa. So if you guys come up with any, how about simulcasting Final Chef? That's really funny. Or Top Chef. People, I keep hearing about that. Everybody seems to be like it. We just want to have fun with you and the puppies. I love the puppies. Listen, I want to get that MiFi shit and take you guys on the road. Like, seriously, how fucking awesome would that be? This is the thing, is I don't know if the LTE 4G network here works that well with like Verizon and stuff. Do I still work out? I'm gonna be completely honest with you. I have not worked out in probably about 2.5 months. Consistently about 3. It's been 3 months since I had a consistent like week-long worgout. Okay, get you guys plugged in. So Who's late? What's going on the road? Yeah, I feel like it would be great to take you guys on the road. Yeah, it's been a long time since I've worked out, guys. I mean, I'm really that. It's honestly it's like a time thing. It's a time thing. I swear to God. Like I wake up in the morning and I get up as early as I can after going to bed at like 6 a.m. And like today, I went to bed at literally it was like 6 a.m. 5:36, and I woke right back up at 9 to run off to class again. So I'm just all over the place. Consider this a GoPro cam on Zeus, so he can show us his day. God, that would be a really good idea. The only thing that I beg to wonder is what kind of connection would you need and all that stuff. And what kind of Jesus God, these pants are ridiculous. What kind of connection would you need and such? How do I love being sassy? Do I have to stop being sassy? Matota, you are allowed 10 minutes. You are allowed 10 minutes every hour to be sassy. So take advantage of it now. I'm just messing. I don't care about sassy. Listen, I don't mind jokes. I don't mind stuff like that. Nick's thing and my thing is just it just gets overwhelming with all the sexual talk. It's tough to be surrounded in a sexual environment for a long time, and I think that's what it was. Is I became I don't mean to get back on the subject, but I became more aware about the things and found things that I believe were more fulfilling in life, and so my interests drift towards that. And I think that's any adult who comes into the age that they come into. They just start taking on different interests. And at the pad, I didn't feel I could display those interests with you guys. I still love fun, and I'm still a funny guy. I'm still, that funny kid that you guys met. I really am. I'm just, it's in a different direction. That's all. Like, none of that's changed, I'm still me at heart. If anything, I'm more aware. I'm a little more, enlightened and a little more sure of who I am, a little more sure of myself. Good God, JJ, that's amazing. So, what about Boy Pause videos? I love Boy's videos. I just say pause it after the 3-minute mark because then he starts taking off his clothes. Just let me know if you want some more specific. I'm not looking for. I'm looking for more new ideas than I am ideas that are. We can go eating, like diners, yeah. Drive-ins, drives, yeah. No, I agree with that, Johnny. I enjoy absurd joke more than a sexual anyway. Let's be frank. That was absurd. I don't know what you mean. I don't know the difference. Subtle. Niggas. JJ's dedicated page can go up here. Fucking JJ. JJ, I wouldn't mind, once I take this and I plug it out into the open, I wouldn't mind doing something where we link up, Pop to Reality. If you'd like to put something up on the site or something, like I'd be down for that. So maybe Matota, we can email back and forth. But Alex, I know you and JJ both work on that. So what about Boy Pause videos? Howdy, I just said his videos. I guess just pause after a little bit. I don't know. You see, that's a different thing now. Now we're getting into videos and such, and I don't know. It's a gray line right now. It's hard to figure out. So as time goes on, we'll see. I really like Boy Pasha's videos simply for this one fact. He captured true essence of me. I really felt that when he put the music together and then pictured, had the perfect frames where I came in, he really captured me. That's what I really enjoyed about it, and it was amazing to see so much work go into something that was, it was for me and the site. That's what I was more thrilled about with that. Mike said I could have your feet. God damn it, Matilda and JJ. You two are just going crazy. We're gonna be live from the Vatican. Are you serious? You're kidding, right? Most sexual artist, artistic member period. Hey, I'll give you that, Howdy. Yeah, he is downright. He is very a sexual artist. In a way though, that's a little bit different. It's not so much focused on the sexuality. It's a little more, to me, it seems a little more art. And I get a kick out of watching those videos. I don't think there's a single person in this chat that doesn't sit down and look at those videos and be like, good God, this is amazing. Flotus and Zeus, there we go. About does a good job. It tends to run a bit long. Yeah, no, I know what you're saying, Bear Dad. So maybe, I don't know. If he wants to make videos, I'm not going to stop him. I think it's great. I think it's great when Pasha makes it, and I love the work that he puts forward into the videos. Interesting, amazing, whatever word you choose to describe. So anyway, I wanted to ask you guys, have you guys seen this Jenna Marbles video? I shit my pants laughing. I feel like you guys would get a big kick out of this. Let me pull this up real quick because I know you guys will get a kick out of this. It was just downright. I was like in tears. If you guys don't know who Jenna Marbles is, she is this YouTube vlogger, excuse me. She makes YouTube videos once a week, every Wednesday. And she posted this one that I caught a couple weeks ago, and I was trying to tell you guys about it one time, but then I forgot. And I just saw you guys talking about Obama, so that's why I want to bring this up. So let me pull this. It's hilarious because it really proves a good point. So you know how everybody, you know how all the super right-wing people who think the president is responsible for everything, you know, and even the liberals sometimes thought it with the opposite, with the president if they're the right-wing type of president. So both parties are guilty, so I shouldn't just focus on one. But nonetheless, you guys know how often if there's a problem, everybody's like, thanks Obama, you know, or fuck, good job Obama, you fucked it all up again. You guys know what I'm talking about? This is downright hilarious. You guys gotta watch this. Pasha is textbook absurd. There you go. Okay, absurd. That's a good, yeah. Okay, if that's textbook absurd, I like absurd. Nice, Ashton. I was afraid the Secret Service would take you off. Okay, so here, check this out, guys. Like, this is downright. It's hilarious. So she puts together this video. This girl's funny, you know, and she does this with a simple camera. And you know, this is the kind of stuff that I could do as well, but there's more to stuff that I want to do. But she's just a very good speaker and very good. She just takes a camera and she like does these perfect where she makes a recording and stops it and it makes it jump around. It's really to capture your audience in the sense of you know, because everybody's got ADD this day. You don't want to have a camera that's like, so I was doing this, and then, you know, it's just like, it's cheesy looking, right? But if the camera stops, and then all of a sudden, kind of like my Vine videos, you know, when I put that up, and it's me on the toilet, like making like these random faces, and it just jumps from one to one to one. It's random and it's funny, you know, so it keeps your attention. But that's how she keeps her audience. So let's take a look at this. Yeah, she's absolutely sarcastic. She's not at all being serious when she says this stuff, by the way. So here we go.
Ever since Obama has been re-elected president, this whole country has gone to shit. Let me show you what I mean and how bad it is. Perfume smells like dick. Thanks, Obama. My dog took a giant shit on the carpet. Thanks, Obama. Thanks, Obama. There's too much trash here, and I only have 2 hands. Thanks, Obama. I just got my period again. Thanks, Obama. This book sucks. Thanks, Obama. Porno isn't even any good. Thanks, Obama. SPF 30? That's racist. I need at least SPF 50. Thanks, Obama. What the fuck is in my sink? Thanks, Obama. No Patriots in the Super Bowl. Thanks, Obama. Time travel. Still not an option. Thanks, Obama. This sandwich tastes exactly the same as the inside of my asshole. Thanks, Obama. It's almost Valentine's Day. Thanks, Obama. Thanks, Obama. Nobody even liked my Facebook status. Thanks, Obama. Condom broke again. Thanks, Obama. I can't punch another kid in the face at school today. Thanks, Obama. You know what? I'm probably gonna die someday. Thanks, Obama. Hunger Games? More like, thanks, Obama. My boyfriend keeps trying to put his dick in my butt. Thanks, Obama. Rap music. Thanks, Obama. Thanks, Obama. Justin Bieber still not following me on Twitter. Thanks, Obama. God, arms are so sore. Thanks, Michelle Obama. Thanks, Obama. Thanks, Obama. This message was brought to you by the Teletubbies. Yes, this video is inspired by the Thanks Obama gifts because they're hilarious. So
Good God.
can just calm down because it's a gift.
Okay, so does everybody see what I'm talking about? She's fucking shoot her already. Are you kidding? She's hilarious. I was like laughing my ass off. Yeah, she has a Zeus, right? Mike Dukakis, the host of Good Morning America. Interesting. Anyway, so yeah, I don't know. I think that woman is hilarious. Like I was watching that entire time, I know, was that Zeus, right? She has her own little Zeus. It's so cute. No, that's the name of her Chihuahua though, is Marbles. That's why she calls herself Jenna Marbles. Her real name isn't last name isn't Marbles. Yeah, she's pretty, but I mean that's besides the point. She's, so did Nick quit because of the person? He's not quitting because of any specific person. He's taking a break is a better word to put it. And he's just not ready to deal with that kind of stuff. But we're like I said, we're working on that. So, buddy. So, you're melting away. I'm sending you bacon. What? What are you talking about? I can see you doing videos in that vein with the jump cuts and faces. Right, Bob? Exactly. See, that's the kind of stuff that I enjoy doing too. What's really funny is I'm really good at that creativity side with my mind. Why am I pointing my left? With that side of my mind, I'm really good at that stuff of coming up with these ideas. And I'll describe them to people, and most people will be like, but then when I do it and put it up, everybody's like, whoa, okay, yeah, you were totally picturing a whole different thing. So, Bear Dad, that's funny. That's fucking funny, Bear Dad. So anyway, but yeah, so that's kind of that's not exactly what I want to do, but you guys get what I'm getting at. So I really think that we could land something cool like that. But yeah, so that's YouTube. Well. See you later. Just kidding. Anyway, I am gonna get off though here in 10 minutes, guys, because I want to get off to get ready for work and everything. How did you even talk to him and every Nick sing? Did you ever see Nick vid on Twitter of her singing to Nick? I don't know who NK is. What I'm thinking, the night you developed the idea of not Max and your mind was racing, kind of like live. Exactly. Bob, see, to be honest, the original. You want to know what the original plan of not Max was? I'll tell you. It was gonna be me. Just me, and it was gonna be a blog up on the front, and then you could log in and be able to do, I do like one cam show a week or something, and I was really just gonna go ahead and kind of blog about my life and put up videos and shit like that. That was the original idea that came into my head, and then I don't know, it kind of started. It's been taking all these different directions. And I think we kind of need to get back into that little point right there, so that way we can start off with somebody who carries it through. Does that make sense when I say that? When I say carries it through? Oh, Nike and Joanna. No, I did not see that. Wow, that's awesome. Anyway, when I say carry it through, I'm talking about because I'll say it flat out. I really think that there are a lot of people, and I think we should almost. This makes me realize we should maybe stay away from ex-frats who are nervous about coming out into the spotlight, and I think that that's a big thing too. Um, but that's kind of the whole point of this is to come out in the spotlight in a different way. So maybe recruit a new guy who's not bad. You are totally you're right up the Howdy. I will say this, Howdy. You're 3 for 3 now. When I say 3 for 3, guys, I've always looked at Howdy as kind of a character and a funny joke, and I gotta say this out loud. Um, he comes up with some smart fucking ideas sometimes and says some cool shit. I've gotten 2 feedback forms, and now there's just this one right here, where it really shows where Howdy's mind is. Motherfucker's smart. He's like business smart. He says something, I'm like, that's a good idea. So interesting. I don't know. It's interesting. I never would have guessed you, Howdy. Howdy, you're a different person since you left the other area. Yeah, I don't know. Just Howdy, you sent me a feedback about the idea of the site originally with memberships and such, which I liked. I just I don't want to charge memberships right now, especially to the people here. Later on we'll implement that. Doesn't want to hang out in bus stations. Fair dad. The only good thing comes out of Howie's mouth is carbon dioxide for the environment. Um, that and then Howdy also came up with this idea, which I thought was really neat. We weren't going to implement it just because it's kind of it would be last on the list if we did. But he sent in a feedback idea for putting up like a comment box on the homepage so that when members log in they could like leave a comment and it just maybe like scrolls through or something. I thought that was a really good idea actually. I was kind of like I like that idea. It's a fun functional idea. Does that make sense? So yeah. Anyway, When what you guys are talking about with new people, what are you uh-ohing about, Howdy? I'm being serious. Like I was rather impressed with the ideas you came up with. You think in the way of a user, and you do have like a business kind of mindset that you know, I'm kind of surprised that you've never I don't know, you've never done anything with that. Maybe you do though. I don't know. What's up, Herm? Good to see you. Herm, if you talk any bit of homo, you're getting out of here. I'm just kidding. You're not getting out of here, but I might kick you. It might be fun to do. Are we talking about the same Howdy that accused getting Tay kicked out? Yeah. Yeah, I know, right, Kevin? It's interesting. But you know, there's something to be said too about crazy people. 'Cause they sometimes quite often can be very smart. You know? I'd have to say this. I'm a little bit crazy. Come on. I'm a little bit crazy. There's something with me that is, when I say crazy, there's something with me that lacks that other people normally have. Does that make sense? Yeah. I'm not afraid to step in spotlights. I'm not afraid to, you know, to confront. I'm not afraid to do certain things. You know. And then quite often we prepare for things, scary things. That might not even ever happen, but it's good to be prepared. A little crazy. Okay, Sarah Palin was not smart or crazy. She was just a flat out, she was like moronic. That's a good word to describe Sarah Palin. Oh yeah, we can see Russia from over here. Oh yeah, a boat. Anyway, Herm's going to need to watch this archive. He's not even talking. Technically, Tay got kicked for accepting money. Yeah, yeah, he did. You know, I will say this. Like, I think it's kind of stupid that he got kicked for that when I look at it in hindsight now. I really wish that I personally never even found out about it, because we, like the frats, we got questioned. We got questioned about it. You know, it's just stupid. Anyway, you can totally see Russia from Alaska. Squint, I'm gonna send you. I don't know. I'm gonna send you somewhere. It's Praying Without Cease. Oh, Jesus lover. Sarah Palin is my hero. Wow. Tell me more. Tell me more about Sarah Palin and your hero. I can be your hero, baby. I can kiss away the pain. By the way, somebody told me one time that I sang the Maria song from what's it called? West Side Story. They said I sang in like the wrong notes, and I was like, no. And guess what? I watched it again today. I sang the right notes. Maybe not the right exact on certain words, but like the general idea, you know. Anyway, one of my buddies, he puts up a comment today saying this. He goes, I didn't take your fucking $36,000. He puts up, well, I'll sing it in just a second. So he puts up a comment today and he says, I feel like saying bukkake. That is all. Thank you, or something like that. You know, something along to those lines, right? Let me grab the fuck. Where's my phone? Oh, I keep electrocuting myself. Something on my computer that keeps electrocuting me every time I pick it up. It's a very interesting feeling. Maybe I don't have it. You're fine. Yeah, I don't know where I put it. Let's check my room. More than I'm feeling. What do I do with my phone? Donde está la biblioteca? That's the book. I just asked where the fuck the book's at. Just a second. Oh, bitches be texting me. Alright, just a second. Where's my charger? ¿Dónde está la charger de teléfono? Just a second, let me... Oh, Herm left. Let me just go ahead and I'll just... Whoops. Pull this up. Okay, you ready? So yeah, so my buddy puts up, I just feel like screaming bukkake right now. And I don't know why. That is all. Carry on. Okay, so that's what he said. Just a second. Let me read back what I love the paint. No, I'm not. We're not in an apartment. We're in a house. So let me read this all out. So I go, oh no, wait. This girl comments on his post and says, I think that's a disorder you're describing. It's called Tourette's syndrome. Anyway, I can't say this without giving this away. Let's just say this. her name is like a major city, and her last name is somebody with the famous last name. So it's like really funny seeing them two combined. So I said, don't listen to X. Let's just call her that. I don't trust girls with famous city names and famous actor names anyway, or combined. I made a joke that related, but it would have given away the actor. So I'm sorry, you don't get to see that. So I said, and then I said after this, I said, bukkake is simply a wonderful word, Chris. That's my friend's name is Chris. Scream it to the world when your little heart chooses to do so. In fact, sing it instead. I recommend doing it with this song, but replace Maria with bukkake. And so sure enough, I pull up the song, and I put it to his Facebook. So now going to the song, I'll go ahead and I'll it's Ontario Jackson. You guys got it. It's Dallas. All right. So anyway, so I posted that song, right? And everybody's just screaming out in laughter afterwards. I don't know why, but for whatever reason, when I saw bukkake, I thought, bukkake. I just met a girl named bukkake. Say it loud and there's music playing. Say it soft and it's almost like praying. Bukkake. Anyway, so it's just at the beginning of it. Here, let me play the song. I'll just play the damn song. Here we go. These dogs are going nuts. This is the best part. Bukkake. Bukkake. The beautiful sound I ever heard. Bukkake. 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 Beautiful sounds in the world, a single word. Bukkake, 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 bukkake. Bukkake. I just heard a sound named bukkake, and suddenly that word will never be the same. Bukkake. I just kissed a guy who had a bukkake, and suddenly I found wonderful a sound can be. Bukkake, say it loud and there's music playing. Say it soft and it's almost like praying. Bukkake, I'll never stop saying. Bukkake. Just such a good word. Anyway, you're saying bukkake in the wrong. Fuck off. Anyway. So, yeah, bukkake. Oh, Matota left. Crap, okay. I love you, Matota. If you see this later, goodbye. Bitches. He called you guys bitches. Anyway. So, yeah. That's bukkake. And it's the right note. Somebody was like, oh, you're not even saying like the right notes. I'm like, that's exactly what it is. Say it loud and there's music playing. Say it soft and it's almost like praying. God, this dog is so cute. Do you feed IKEA meatballs? I know, right? He is such a color. He always does this. Every time I get on my computer and I sit right here, he comes right over and he lays on my computer. And I'm like, buddy, I need to type. Like, I can't get work done half the time. So I take him and I move him over like right here, and he just like plops down right in the middle of all this area. He's just the cutest little thing ever. I've never met such an emotional dog. Like, look at him. He just puts his head down. And he's like, I just want to be loved. I want to be warm. Crap, you guys are going to die. I'll plug you guys in. Alright, see Zeus, this is what I'm talking about. You look at how can you get upset with that? Look at him. He's like resting his nose right now. He's just sitting there. He's so cute. Zeusy, he's like, I don't want to leave. I don't want to leave, Mike. Mike. I don't want to leave. Anyway. Alright, guys. Listen, I hate to cut this short. I know it was fast, but I gotta really get going. I got work to be. I gotta get to work here soon. So, thank you guys for hanging out with me today. Thank you. You know, I was kind of a little nervous how I was gonna come forward with that whole entire predicament earlier. So, thank you for being so understanding and communicating with me. It means a lot, for real. You know, at the end of the day, you know, I feel like talks like these are good too because it kind of brings out the realness of how this all really is. So, anyway. I love you guys. You all take care. Have a fantastic evening. And I will see you guys, I think, tomorrow. Am I on tomorrow early in the morning? God, I might change that. I just do not foresee that being fun right now to wake up early in the morning. I'd like to get some sleep tonight. But I can't. It'll screw Sylvan if I do that. That's the big reason why I take on those morning shifts is because of Sylvan. Let's move that. I don't want to do that though, no, because it's Sylvan and Toil. That's 2 reasons. That's really why. It's because it's our. I don't want to cancel tomorrow. It's because of them. I might cancel tomorrow evening. I might do that. So just check the schedule, guys. We'll see. I don't want to cancel tomorrow morning, just because it's like Sylvan and Toil, and I rarely get to see them except when I get on in the morning. So you know, ideally, I'd like to figure out something where I can get on like a middle day for them. That would be nice, but. That would involve me getting out like 4. So you're so cute. Say goodbye. Say goodbye. Goodbye, motherfuckers. Let me cuddle with my buddy Mike. This is me giving you the middle finger. Fuck off. I'm just kidding. I love you. All right. You guys all take care. Have a great evening. Thank you for hanging out. And yeah, thanks for everything. It means a lot. All right, you guys take care. All right. Have a good evening. Be safe. Go get some sleep and some food. That's what I need. I need some fucking food in this place. You know, I'm just goddamn not eating anymore at all. Shit. Oh, would you look at that? Would you look at that? I'm gonna go ahead. I'm gonna press that little stop record button. Oh,